Everyone, welcome back to my craft room. My voice is squeaking again. If you're new to my craft room, then welcome. I was going to do a nice intro for this video, but it ended up being so long that I didn't want to take up any more time. So we're going to just get started on this. I've been wanting to make one of these for so long, and I am so happy with the way it turned out. It was very easy to make, so let's get started. Okay, so this is what you're going to need. You're going to need one of these landscaping timbers. These are like 4 inches wide by 2 3/4 inches, and this one came in an 8-foot piece, and these are under $5. I think it was 4 something. I can't remember what my husband said. I had him actually pick it up for me. And you're going to need a light, whatever light you want. This one I actually got at Walmart, and I'm actually going to be taking this off and putting this in my wood. Now, if you don't have a saw and you still want to do this, it's really not that big a deal, because most places like Lowe's, Home Depots will do 2 cuts for free, and that's all you need. So you would need, I'll put the measurements down in the description box too, in case anybody wants to write them down. And you can make these any height you want to. This is just how I'm making mine. Mine's going to be 30 inches tall for the first piece, the first cut. The second one would be 24 inches, and then the third one is going to be 18 inches. So that's how tall you need all of your pieces to be. And like I said, you can get them to cut it if you don't have a saw or whatever, so it's not a big deal. Plus, it's much easier to carry home if you have them cut it at the store. And then in the top, I had my husband drill a hole here, and he used a 7/8 drill bit to put this cute little thing into, and then these fit in there just perfect with a 7/8 inch drill bit. And if you don't have a drill bit, you could probably attach this with like some silicone glue, or maybe E6000 if you put some on the bottom, and then go around the outside edge, make it kind of thick. And I think that would hold that on there too if you don't have access to a drill. So you don't really need any tools to do this. Like I said, you can have them cut it, and then if you want to glue that on, that's fine. And then all our boards are going to be glued together. I got some of the Elmer's wood glue. This is actually the interior wood glue. I got to go find my other one, because this is going to be outside. So I do need to find my other one. I do have one for outdoors. That's the wrong one. But you're going to need some wood glue that's good for outside. And now you could paint these, you could leave them natural if you wanted to. I'm actually going to stain it, because I want to use this for like all seasons. I figure you could decorate these for any holiday or anything, just to look super cute outside. But I'm going to use the American walnut, the Rust-Oleum, and this is just regular stain, nothing fancy here. And it says I can complete my project 3 times faster, so that's cool. And all you're going to need is one of these little cans, so that'll be great. It's just the ultimate wood stain. So I'm going to try that out. So I'm going to sand these off a little bit first, because they have some, I don't know if it's from sitting outside, it's been so rainy here that there's a lot of green on them, so it could just be from being outside all this time. And then I'm also going to use from the Dollar Tree some of their nautical rope to put around it after it's all glued together. Now, you don't need a base for these. This will stand up fine by itself, especially if you're going to put it out in a flower bed or something. You really don't need the base for it. But I'm going to put mine out on the patio, so I bought this piece of wood actually at Walmart. It's just a cute little decorative thing. And I thought it would be nice to decorate around the bottom a little bit too, but you don't necessarily have to use this. And this is 9 inches by 12 inches. And I'm just going to sand this down a little bit and stain this too, and then I'm just going to glue these right onto here. And then if you wanted to make sure they stayed really well, you could put a screw through the bottom too. But I'm going to see how it works with just the wood glue, because it's just going to be sitting in a corner on my patio, so I think that'll hold it good enough. And if not, I can always put a screw in the bottom later if I feel like it needs one. So that is it. I'm just going to take this stuff and sand it down. And then what I do with my stain, because I'm going to have to take this outside, and of course my husband's mowing the grass since it's been raining for weeks. I've got to get it done this weekend. I don't know if you can hear him. But I got to take this outside and do it, because I can't do this kind of stuff in the house with my birds. So what I do is I just put a nice thick coat of the stain on with my brush. I let it sit for a couple minutes, and then I take an old rag and just wipe it down so it's all nice and even. That's the way my great-grandfather taught me how to do it. He was a chair maker, and I grew up watching him make things, so I love working with wood too because that's what I started out doing. So, anyway, I'm going to go do that, and then once that dries, we'll come back in and start putting this thing together. Okay, I got all my boards stained. I just put one coat on, and like I said, I put it on really thick, and I let it sit for about 30 seconds, and then wipe it down with an old rag, one that you're not going to want, because once you use stain, you got to kind of throw that out. I didn't have any more wood glue, but I did have this clear Gorilla Glue that I'm going to use, and it says for wood, and bonds pretty much everything, so I know Gorilla Glue is really good, so we're going to use that to put these together. If I can get the lid off. There we go. Alright. So let me put this is the smallest one. That one's going to go on last. And then I'm going to actually, after I get these glued together, I'm going to wrap some masking tape around it to hold them nice and tight together. And I'm going to put the masking tape where the nautical rope is going to go. So just in case, you know, it does mark it up a little bit, it's not going to matter because we're going to cover it up with the rope. Alright, so here's my first one with the hole in the top. So we're going to stand that one up here, like so. And I know you can't see the top of it, but it's not going to matter right now because we're just going to be gluing these together. So this one I got to find which side I want it to glue on. I got most of the green off, I couldn't get it all off, and on this piece it didn't really matter because it's going to get glued up against the other one. So this is our 24-inch piece. I'm going to put quite a lot on here. I don't want to put too much down towards the, which I just did, the bottom, because I don't want it to ooze out the bottom on me and glue it to my paper here, but I am going to use quite a bit of this glue. Alright, now for this one, we're just going to stand this one up right next to this one so it's nice and level, and they don't have to be perfect. I mean, you get them as perfect as you can. It's just a nice decoration for outside. Make sure they're standing nice and flat. And there, actually that's holding it together pretty well. So now this one, our last piece, this is our 18-inch piece. And I'm going to do the same thing except this one, this has an ugly side, so I want that one glued back. This one's going to go in the front here, right in between. Try to center it as much as you can. That's why it's good to do this while it's still not dried. That way you make sure you get them all connected good. Now for this one, it's going to be on this rounded part, so you're really going to only need a lot of the glue on the edges. So we're going to put a lot of that glue down here. I'm going to zigzag it just so I make sure that I get it connected good. Alright, whoops, I don't want too much down there. I think that should hit it pretty good. Maybe we'll put a little extra up towards the top. And this stuff dries nice and clear. Alright, so that one is going to go right, I should have turned this a little bit, there we go, right in the center of these two. Just like so. So hopefully they're all matching up, and I got glue all over everything. Thank God it's clear. Alright. Alright, so those are touching good. Stick my head in here, sorry guys. Try to get some of that extra glue off. I need a paper towel. Alright. So there we have that. Get a little bit of extra glue off there. Alright. Now I'll get that back into position. So that looks good right there. Alright, now to make sure this doesn't come apart, I'm going to take my masking tape and just wrap it around here to hold it nice and snug, and I lost my lid. Here we go. So a big piece of this. Start in the back here with those two together, and I'm just going to pull those nice and snug in. Alright, I'm going to put another piece around here. Doesn't want to stay this way. I think the bottom may be a little off. Alright, yeah. That's good enough. Because it's got to, as long as it sits up nice and straight. Alright, so we have all our glued pieces together here. I'm going to let this sit overnight, and tomorrow we'll come back and we'll decorate it, which will only be about 3 seconds for you guys, but it'll be good 24 hours for me. So when this dries up good, then we can come back and start decorating it. Okay guys, this thing's a little wobbly. Okay, they're all dry. I actually glued it onto the base too. Nothing special about that, just kind of measure to make sure it's in the center as much as you can. And I just put some Gorilla Glue down on the bottom of it, and this stuff is stuck together like forever. So anyway, this is the front here. Now I'm going to start putting on my nautical robe. I made a line. I just took my ruler. I'm going to put it at 12 inches starting at the bottom of it. And I just went around, oops, all the way around and just made a little line that I'm going to glue it onto. That way I get it on here nice and straight. And this thing is heavy. So you don't have to worry about this thing like falling over because it is so heavy. So I'm going to start here on the back. And I have my little lines here, and on the end of my nautical rope I actually put a bunch of hot glue in there. Oops, sorry, I'm not on camera, I'm not used to it being up this high. I put a lot of hot glue in there just so it won't fray, and it just all sticks together real nice. Now I'm going to use a little hot glue just to hold it in place while I'm working on it here, but what's really going to hold it is this Gorilla Glue, but I'm afraid it's going to slide on me if I don't put some hot glue to hold it in place. So that is what we're going to do. Alright, so we're going to start here in the back, and you don't need to go down in here because it's going to go across this way. So I'm going to start like right here and put it right on my line. So I'm going to get my Gorilla Glue ready to go here. I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue right on the line just to hold this in place for me while I'm working. And then I'm going to add a little bit of the Gorilla Glue, and hopefully that will hold it in place for me while I'm working here. Let's see. Yep, I think that will work. Otherwise you pretty much have to lay it down to do it, and I don't have the room in here to do that for one. I just want that to stay there until this Gorilla Glue can get a chance to dry. And once I get it wrapped around here one time, I'm getting it everywhere. Thank goodness this is clear Gorilla Glue, because I'm getting it all over the place. Alright, well I think that will hold it in place while I'm going around here. Alright. So now I'm just going to add some Gorilla Glue here. This would definitely be easier if it was laying down. So if you guys want to try to do it laying down, it would probably work a lot better. And then on the front here, I'm going to do the Gorilla Glue and the hot glue again, just so it doesn't fall on me. I've never really used Gorilla Glue that much before, and I really like this. This stuff is great. And I love the clear, so if I get it all over, you can't see it. And I tend to do that. Alright. Now I'm going to add a little bit just here because it's not going to go all the way around on this one. And here, I'm sitting way down here. I'm really hoping that you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, good. Never had my camera up quite this high before. Alright, and then same thing back here. I'm going to do the Gorilla Glue and a little bit of hot glue to keep this baby in the right spot. Alright. Now my line here. Yes, there it is. Okay. Let's make sure I'm on my line. I'm going to try to spin this here. It doesn't spin real easy. And now for the rest of this is really simple. You're just going to add a little bit of the Gorilla Glue on your wood and just wrap this around. And I'm going to go around it 3 times. Just want to make sure you stay on your line here. Which I hope I am. It's hard to see. There we go. It is. Alright, so we'll put a little Gorilla Glue here. And across the front. Whoops, get back in there. I always overglue things. Alright, so I'm just going to go back to the back here and then I'll finish this up. Because you guys get the idea here. We're just going to go around one more time. Make sure my thing's still on the lines here. Until it gets a chance to dry. Alright, so I'm going to wrap this around one more time and then we'll come back and I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Okay, so now I'm just going to do the bottom. I'm just going to go around the bottom 2 times, and I did all of this with the 9.5 feet of the Dollar Tree nautical rope. It was just the perfect size. So I'm going to put a little hot glue there to hold this in place, like so, and then start adding my Gorilla Glue. And this one's easy because you don't have to measure, it just goes right around the bottom here. So you just need to put some glue right around the bottom piece. And I'll show you why I'm doing it. There's a reason that I want to put the rope down at the bottom too. And I will show you that in a little bit here. Alright, I'm going to get a little bit of hot glue here. Just give it some more grip while I'm working. I mean, you guys don't have to use the hot glue. I just like to do it because it holds it in place for me, you know, pretty nicely. This one too, because I'm going to be pulling this up. It's not going to want to stay. Alright. You want to make sure it's snug. You don't have to pull too tight on this stuff because it kind of just fits nice. So you just want it nice and snug as you're gluing it around. I've never used the Gorilla Glue like on rope before, but I'll tell you what, this wood it's amazing how good this glued this together. I'm very happy. Very happy. I hope I'm talking loud enough because I have the camera way up high this time. So if I'm not, I apologize for that. Alright, I'm trying to speed this along here. I don't want this video to be too long, but I have a feeling it's going to be. Alright. These are wonderful, these little silicone thimbles for working with hot glue. They work really well. Someone sent me these in friend mail. And I've never seen them yet at the dollar or at the craft stores. I always forget to look though. Okay. I just want to make sure everything's where it's supposed to be, and that is it. That's all that this requires as far as decorating it, you know, just to get it good and snug here and in place. So, now all that's left to do is decorate it, and you guys can decorate it however you want to, but I'm going to show you real quick here how I'm going to decorate this little guy. And then that will be it. Alright, let's see, I need to get my camera back up here. Alright, so now we need to take, there we go, let's stretch you way up there. Say hi to Stevie Nicks over there. Hello. That here, and then we're going to take our solar light, and I'm just going to pop that off of the bottom, and then that is going to fit in our hole up there, and it fits nice and snug. And I don't want to glue that in only because I may have to change it someday. I don't know. You know, sometimes these lights don't work forever. So we're going to get that outside to get charged up. I'll move you back here a little bit. Now on these things, I have these cute little frogs that I had got from the dollar store in the spring. Oh, there you are. I got these at the dollar store in the spring, and I'm going to use these cute little guys to put on here. I'm not sure which one. I think I may want this guy here, and then we're going to put this little guy right up here. And all I'm going to do with these, and I'll tell you why here, is I'm just going to glue these down with some hot glue. And I'm just going to use like the cheaper hot glue like you get at the Dollar Tree or something. If you want your ornaments and things to be on there permanently, then you'd probably want to use the Gorilla Glue to glue them down. But I want to try to be able to change this stuff seasonally. So if you use the cheaper hot glue, especially on glass and stuff, and since the wood's stained, it'll pop right off, you know, with just a little scraping of it. So that way I can change it for all the different holidays or whatever. So I'm just going to put this little guy here, just enough to hold him in place. I think these guys are so cute. And then I'm just going to put some on the bottom of, whoops, I need some more glue. I'm just going to put some more right on the, oh, I'm still not in the frame here. Just around the edges of this little guy. And I'm just going to sit him back a little bit, just like that. Now also I'm going to add a little bit of moss. You can get this at the Dollar Tree too. And I'm just going to glue that down just a little bit. And just to fill this in here some. I don't want too much. I can trim that off with scissors, that would be easier. Just to hold this on here. Hopefully for the summer. So I'll put a little bit of the moss here. And I'm going to wrap a little bit of this around this side. There. Like I said, with this hot glue, it's the low temp, and it, you know, it's from the Dollar Tree, and it does, you can pop it off of things pretty easy. I mean, it holds really good. I mean, it takes a little bit of prying, but you can get things apart that are glued with these. So that's why I'm doing it this way. But like I said, you could use something tougher. If this is the way you want it, like forever, then that's fine too. I should move my light up here too. There we go. All right. And I'm just going to put a little bit of moss up here around this guy. Just enough to hold it on there so it doesn't blow away. Don't want too much of it hanging down. All right. Then I have some seashells here. Where did they go? That I thought would be great for the summer here. Just add a couple little shells. Let's see. I have one of these cute little shells. Oh, I love this one. I wonder if this one will fit here. Yes, it will. Let's spread that so I can get some of the glue down there. Add a couple of seashells. All right, and the glue went right through there nice. I could have probably put these on before, but I don't know. Like I said, first time making one of these, you live and you learn. But I think that'll hold good enough. Let's see. I need me another. I have glue webs all over me. Another cute little shell. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Alright, so we're just going to glue that right up here. Push it down. It should go right through that moss because I didn't put a lot on here. Yep. Alright, so there are cute little seashells up there. And now what I'm going to do is I have this, these were the bunches of the onion grass and it had these cute little butterflies on them. So I just pulled apart, I mean they actually come apart really easy. Hope I got this in frame here. These just pop right off. So I just took a few bunches of those and for the top one I put a whole bunch of floral tape around it just so it would fit in here snug. So since there's a space in between back here, you can just tuck that right in. Wait a minute, you know what? I put that on there before I put the frog on, so now I need to cut some of that off. Alright, let's see if that'll fit now. There's another thing I should have done before my, alright, I'm going to take that back out and use a different one. Maybe one of these will fit down in here better with my frog. Alright, that one works good. So I just want some of this sticking up here. Maybe I can use that bigger one that I messed up here. I can use that one over here, or here. Alright. So I just wanted like a few of these, like coming off of this side like this. And these I'm going to actually hot glue in here too. Just so it sticks out the side a little bit. And that's the reason I wanted to put this rope down here, just so I could kind of hide some of these in there. There. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good right there. Alright, now hopefully this is going to hold me until... And actually you could put it through the rope here if you wanted to. Alright, now... I think when I take it outside on the bottom, I'm just going to find some nice little rocks and things outside that I can use for that. Alright. Let me retape these together here. That's all I did was I just popped a bunch of... Wow, I am like way up here and I'm not showing you guys anything. I just popped these off of the stems, and then I just wrapped it around with some floral tape just to hold them together nice. And hopefully that'll hold me through the summer here. Alright, and I think this one I want just peeking out of this side over here. I know you guys can't see that because we're way up here yet. Alright, so I have the one there, and then I am going to put this one down here on this side. Oops, you guys are back up again. There we go. Over here, just like that. So I'm just going to put a bunch of glue in here and just stick them right in there. And then you can kind of bend those out. They pop, not pop, but they bend pretty easily. Where is my little rubber finger here? There we go. You see what I mean? These things, they bend pretty easy to... There we go. It sticks out like some grass. Okay. Now also what I did was I found these at Walmart, and it was just a plain piece of wood. They're just plain little wooden decorations. They have them by where they have the wooden letters, like in the craft aisle. And then I just painted it. I can't get this piece of glue off my thumb. There we go. I just painted it red, white, and blue, and I used these. I just used the, you know, the Craft Smart paints, and then I used some of Tim Holtz, the liquid pearls, and I did that for the little dots that I put on it. Now I want to put him here. I'm not sure how I want to do that yet. I don't know if I'll be able to get the glue off of this rope. Probably not, I want to say. So what I may do is use one of those Velcro stickies to hold that on there. Let me find those. Of course, when I think I know where something is, like in my desk drawer, it's not. Alright, well, I'm going to have to look for those. I don't know what I did with them. Alright, so let me try to find those, and then we'll come back here and I'll hook that on and see if that's going to work. And I'm just going to glue. I could do this while... I know, I'm all over the place here today. Like I said, my first time making one of these. So we're going to figure this out together. So I have two of these little wooden hearts. See what I'm saying? Little wooden stars that I painted white. And I'm just going to glue one of those up here. Just put a little dot of glue on there. Because this is another thing that I want to be able to pop off after the 4th of July here. And then I want to decorate with something else, I think. Or I may leave that for the summer. And then I'm really excited to decorate this for fall. So, and then I think this one, I don't know if, yeah, I might put it right there. Right underneath little froggy. Alright, so now I just gotta go find those little Velcro strips that I had, and then I will be right back. Nope, wiggle wiggle. Okay, I found them. Of course, I opened my desk drawer again, and they were like right there. These are just the little Velcro, round sticky Velcro tabs from the Dollar Tree, and you know, the little hook and loop things. So I put the one side on the rope, which is actually going to come off pretty easy, and then on the back of my little anchor here, I put the other side. So I can just hook that right on here, hopefully. We're going to see. These are very light, so I'm thinking that should hold it just fine. Yep. There we go. And that is how I'm pretty much decorating this little thing. I may put another one back here. I think it'll be fine. It may blow in the breeze a little bit, but I don't think it's going to come off. And if it does, well, then I'll put another one back there. But for now, we're just going to leave that alone because this video is getting really, really long. So I'm going to take this outside so you guys can, I can get my camera off of here so you can see the whole thing at one time. And then I'm also going to take a shot of this at nighttime for you guys. So I will be right back after I get done with all that. Okay, everybody, there it is outside. It looks so cute. I love it. I love it. Look at the little frog sitting there, and then the pretty little lamp on the top. And then I did add some more seashells at the bottom because I couldn't find any nice rocks that I liked. So now I'm going to wait till it gets dark and give you guys a nice shot of it when it lights up. Alright, everybody, there it is at nighttime. It's not quite pitch dark out here yet, but it lights up the little frog there. It's kind of hard to see on the video, but I really, really love it. Oh, look at the pretty design it makes on top of the post. So that is what it looks like at nighttime. Makes a nice little light. And it's really dark, getting dark out here now. But thanks for watching, everybody. I know this video is a little bit long, but this is really easy to do. So I will see you guys all next time. Have a great day, everyone.